And that was Kenny Loggins with This Is It. Good afternoon, I'm Lynn Worley, and we welcome you to the Tuesday noon show here on KESA 100.9. Joining me today on the program from the Greater Eureka Springs Chamber of Commerce is Mr. Mike Seals. Mike is here to give us some updates with the Eureka Springs Chamber of Commerce. First of all, Mike, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Lynn, thanks a lot. Great to be here.
Okay, I'm going to get right to the point here. What are you doing with this weather?
Hey, listen, I got a new recording on my voicemail now.
Okay.
It says, the sun is always shining and the fish are always biting in the crown jewel of the Ozarks, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Well, this day is one exception, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that we may have a little snow coming in here. That's the worst four-letter words you can say right now.
Yeah, after February, we don't want any more of that stuff.
True.
No more.
That's exactly right. Well, hey, let's get started here with the. We've got an event coming up this weekend. Yards and yards of yard sales this weekend.
Yeah, it's how many times can you say it? Yards and yards and yards and yards of yard sales. You know.
You say it better than I do.
Yeah, and that's this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and we actually have a map that's being printed out, and it'll be at the grocery stores, and it'll be at the gas stations and liquor stores. It'll be at the Chamber of Commerce office. The digital map is available already on the Chamber website, and I think we have almost 45 participants.
Wow, that's really good.
So the question everybody's asking right now is, what about the weather? Well, you know, it's only Tuesday.
Yeah, really.
So much can change. So we're unless it's torrential downpour like Noah's Ark kind of deal, you know, we're going to be there. We're going to have it.
What's a little rain?
Yeah. Have your tent up or have your garage open.
Yeah. If it's raining and stuff like that, I just say have a flashback here to about a couple of months ago when it was snowmageddon and it's like -17.
Yeah, and you know the canoes and the kayaks, if it does rain, those are going to sell really well at the yard sale.
That is exactly right. That's
life jackets. Hey, everybody bring out their life jackets.
So 45 areas that you.
Yeah, I mean we had four. I mean I'm sure there'll be a lot more people,
Yeah.
but in terms of people that actually signed up with the chamber in order to get on the map, the digital map and the printed map, I think we had approximately 45 people and locations set up. So everybody get your maps and show up, and it's going to be a great weekend.
Man, it is. You know what? It's going to be a really good weekend. So, alrighty. So that is the yards and yards of yard sales this weekend. Hey, you can go to eurekasprings.com under events to click on the interactive yard sale location to find out where all the great sales will be. Or they can call the chamber at 479-253-8737. That interactive map, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, and Devin Henderson, give him a thumbs up at the chamber office, director of operation. He works tirelessly, and he put that map together, and it's a big help to everybody that wants to know where all the great garage sales are.
Well, this is the place to have it, that's for sure. And you got to think, when's the last time we had this event? Did we have one back in August?
Yeah.
Or did we cancel some of those?
You know, I can't remember.
Well, just think, even if
it's such a blur. 2020 is such a blur. Well, what did we do and what did we not do?
True.
I don't know.
That's true. You want to kind of forget all that anyway. The year of fear.
Yeah.
But just think of all the stuff that's people have ready to go.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect time to do it, too.
Yeah, it is. And it's springtime in the Ozarks. And you know what? We get a lot of tourists. And we've been getting a lot of phone calls. You know, we had people come from, just for this weekend, for yards and yards.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, to come stay in Eureka and do the yard sale deal. So.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a busy weekend.
All we can say is bring great weather with you when you're
bring your money with you. Bring your cash with you.
Yeah, really.
Most of the yard sales will not accept credit cards.
It's cash
or electronic payments. So bring your cash.
What's that old thing? Cash and carry.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, another thing you got going. You got Stroll and Shop Eureka Springs also going on this weekend. That's going to be from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. And
yeah, that's right. And you know what? I just want to give a shout out to our shops all over Eureka Springs, not just the downtown location, but the downtown location in particular has just been thriving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I believe all of the empty spots are filled up with new merchants.
Wow.
And it's been busy downtown. and the shops are reporting great business. And I've strolled downtown into a lot of their shops to look at their merchandise. They got amazing stuff, one of a kind, unique Eureka stuff in all of the shops, and that includes the ones on the highway also. So, this, I guess this is just a great, bring as much money as you can and shop at the yards and yards, and then all of the great shops in downtown and on the highway.
It's a shopper's paradise.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. Hey, another thing going on this weekend is going to be in Holiday Island. It's the Arkansas State Chili Championship. Holiday Island going on Saturday. The event is from 10 to 4. The tasting from 12:30 to 4.
Yes. In fact, I got to go. I was going to tell you, I got to go to the Holiday Island Chamber of Commerce gathering this past Monday, and got to spend some time with Barb Talbot, who's in charge of the chamber up there. And a great thing happened. Dean Lee, who's the new executive director, I believe, of the Berryville Chamber of Commerce, he was there also. And so we kind of put our heads together and said, you know what, let's start getting together on a monthly basis, those three chambers, and we'll probably add some others, and just talk about the growth of the county and the growth of the area, and how can we work more closely together on events and initiatives. And so that was a great run-in last Monday, and so we want to support them in any and every way we can. And I know Barb and the Holiday Island folks have a lot of exciting events planned.
Yeah, definitely. So, hey, that was great. That was great to everybody get together. But you're right. Yeah. If you could get all the chambers together, and kind of brainstorm what's going on. Yeah. I mean, that'd be great for Carroll County.
Well, I mean, here's the reality, Lynn. This area's booming.
It is.
The Ozarks are booming. Tourism is strong. Relocations are going crazy.
Yep.
People are coming in looking for businesses to buy. So from a planning perspective for the future, we need to not only think about Eureka Springs or Berryville or Holiday Island, we need to think about the bigger picture.
Sure.
And I think Barb and Dean have that same philosophy and approach, and so we need to work together to plan and coordinate this future growth in our area.
Sure. Well, that's a win-win situation there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, next Wednesday, April 28th, they're ribbon cutting at the Queen Anne Mansion and Resort from 3 to 5. So.
Yeah, that's awesome, and what an amazing facility that is. We hosted when the CEO and one of the board members of the Young Americans came to town back a number of months ago. The Queen Anne was kind enough to house them for the evening, and then recently we had a dinner at the Queen Anne, and it's such a beautiful, amazing, historic facility. And Ann Gray has been great to work with and support the chamber and support the coming of the Young Americans. And so everybody needs to take advantage to participate in that awesome facility every chance they get.
Yeah, that's a beautiful facility. I remember when they brought that thing down from Carthage, Missouri.
Yeah.
So, and pieced it together. Cool.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And that's going to be next Wednesday, April 28th, the ribbon cutting at the Queen Anne Mansion and Resort from 3 to 5 p.m. Hey, another thing going on this weekend, you got the Spring Fling motorcycle event, the 21st, actually starting today to the 25th.
Yeah, and so we can expect the rumbles to begin.
I don't know if you're going to hear a lot of rumbles today, though.
No, I think most of the bikers are saying, you know what, we're going to wait till tomorrow.
There you go.
Before we head out to Eureka. It's a little bit chilly on the bike.
Pass one of those guys, the 6-foot icicle hanging off of him. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how many of them will be pulling trailers behind their bikes so that they can stop by the yards and yards and go to the downtown shopping deal. I don't know, but we will have bikers in town this weekend, and they'll be having fun, and we welcome them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, another thing you got, we want to mention too, the 2021 Eureka Springs Visitor's Guide is out.
Yeah, another shout out to Devin and to all of those who participated, because that's a labor of love, and towards the end of the process, I don't know how much love is still there for Devin, because he works night and day coordinating that. But yeah, that is being printed right now.
Oh, good.
And it'll be available at the chamber office, and it'll be available at visitor centers around the state. And we'll be distributing that as a primary piece of response for all the people that are contacting Eureka Springs, looking for something about the community. That's been the history of the visitor guide, and it continues to be so. And the 2021 guide is awesome, and it's also available right now digitally on the EurekaSpringsChamber.com website, so you can preview it now.
Yeah. And I got the chance to preview that, and it's really good. You guys did a great job with that this year, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, Devin.
So, yeah, thanks, Devin. Yeah. Hey, if you're just tuning in, I'm Lynn Worley. You're listening to the KESA Noon Show, where I'm joined today by Mike Seals from the Greater Eureka Springs Chamber of Commerce. We're talking about some upcoming events in Eureka Springs. All right, Mike, now getting into May. Now, we had a Chocolate Lovers Festival going on that was scheduled for May the 6th through the 9th, but unfortunately...
Yeah, we have canceled or postponed is really the better term, because we're evaluating options for a potential fall event, and we postponed it from Valentine's Day weekend, which it's normally scheduled at the community center, and we pushed it back to Mother's Day, and the idea was going to be a festival at the community center, but it also was going to be a chocolate tour throughout town. Yeah. And we liked that concept, but we were late getting it going for Mother's Day. There wasn't enough participation from suppliers and vendors, and so we've had to make the decision that we're going to postpone that. And we'll have news out as soon as we know when it's going to be rescheduled for.
Okay, great. Yeah. And that's the Chocolate Lovers Festival, unfortunately been canceled, but hey, it will happen one of these days. Yeah,
so we thought it'd be a great Mother's Day event, and I think it really would be.
Yeah.
But again, we just were late getting it going, and just not enough participation. So we'll give everybody a lot more advance notice when it's rescheduled.
Okay, great. Now, on May the 14th through the 16th, third annual Eureka Springs Jeep Fest. Now that's going to be fun.
Yeah, three. I think that's going to be at 3B Off-Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what an amazing new business, and they've got some amazing new rental vehicles there, and that's going to be a big event.
It will be.
I mean, I think I keep hearing people talk about the Jeep Fest at 3B, and so that's going to be big.
Well, if it's any indication, I mean, we have seen Jeeps, a lot more Jeeps around here. I can remember, but it seems like every weekend, I don't want to rain on your parade or anything like that, but we were talking about it snowing. Just look out that window there.
No. Tell me it's not. Tell me it's not. I saw a picture from Kansas City where somebody had like 6 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh man, that is a nasty word. But we've seen a lot more Jeeps, and hey, listen, I'll be honest with you. We have been doing some Jeeping in the Madison County Wildlife. And boy, that is a great. Just get out and drive through there. It's like a 15,000 acres, and you can find some really cool places to go Jeeping out through there.
Yeah, and at 3B, I saw one of their new rentals available, a Polaris off-road named the General, and I looked at it. I said, "That's got my name on it." Okay, I am heading out there soon. I'm going to rent that thing, and I'm going to take it wherever it can go.
Oh my gosh! Doesn't that sound?
I wonder how much the insurance is.
I don't know, but it's still, it's all about having fun. But hey, once again, that's May the 14th through the 16th. That's the third annual Eureka Springs Jeep Fest. So a lot of stuff going up and going on. But hey, the big thing I really want to talk about here today is Young Americans.
The Young Americans out of none other than Corona, California.
Boy, what a name.
What a place to be from.
And hey, the auditions took place back in February, but now what's the update right now?
Yeah, so the update is the cast and crew of the Young Americans for the Eureka Springs Dinner Theater show that's going to be held at Center Stage Theater here in Eureka, beginning Memorial Day weekend and running through the end of October. The cast and crew are in California right now rehearsing for the show. The show is going to be called A Place Called Home.
Oh, wow.
And it's specifically created by very talented producers and directors for Eureka Springs and for the Center Stage Theater venue. And there will be 144 dinner theater seats available on a nightly basis. And there'll also be 200 show-only tickets available nightly. And the performances are going to run from Memorial Day weekend through the end of October. And there will be 6 performances a week.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and there might even be a Sunday matinee for the show. And we're developing the ticket system right now, and tickets will be able to be purchased probably sometime within the next week or two for that opening weekend.
Oh, wow. Man, that is so great. So Memorial Day, they're going to, boy, that's coming up.
The Friday night of Memorial Day weekend, which is maybe the 28th,
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh.
That's scheduled to be the first night. And these kids are between 19 and 25, and they're from all over the nation. And it's going to be a music and dance performance with a real broad appeal and of music and everything else. And there's so much energy with these young people, and they're itching to get out with what's happened over the last year plus. These young kids, these talented kids, they're itching to get out and show their talent. And they've a number of them have been to Eureka Springs already, from the directors to the producers to the executives to a couple of the board members, and they've fallen in love with the community. We will be soliciting some donations in the coming weeks, both from a donation to the Young Americans 501c3 organization designated for Eureka Springs Project, and we'll also be seeking sponsorships from businesses, corporations, both in Eureka Springs and within Northwest Arkansas, to help offset the cost of season 1. But we're just so excited about them coming to Eureka Springs. I think it's going to end up being in Boyne Highlands, Michigan. They've been doing it for 40 years in a row, except for 2020. Okay, so I think this is the beginning of a long-standing relationship with the Young Americans. They've been around for 60 years. They were started in 1962. And so I'm just excited about it, and we've got a team of people that's helping that bring all of that together, and we're going to love the community support, and I think it's going to be a big enhancement to tourism.
Sure.
Because one of the complaints that we do get from tourists, we need more stuff to do at night.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this will be an option for people, and hopefully we'll get day trippers coming from Rogers and Bentonville and Fayetteville and Springdale and Lowell that'll come up to the show for the evening. And then hopefully also we'll end up getting people stay an extra night when they come for a 2 or 3 night stay, so that they can go to the Young Americans Dinner Theater. So I think it has the opportunity to be a great contribution to the community.
That's exactly right. Well, back on October the 9th of last year, we had CEO Andy Luna and set designer and production director Corky Lee on here.
Yeah.
And they had just come into Eureka.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they're going to leave walking out of here thinking this is the greatest place on earth.
And they did. And they did. They said, Mike, we love being at Boyne. And they're going to be there also with the show this summer, but they said Eureka Springs is amazing.
It's a perfect fit.
And they loved everything about it. And so anyway, we're excited about them coming, and we'd love for the community to get involved and help support this season 1.
Yeah. And of course, the Young Americans inspiring the world through music, and their outreach programs continue to lead the way, creating the largest music education in the world.
Yeah. So in 2020, I don't know if people remember, but they were out on tour all over the nation and even internationally, working with high school students when all of a sudden COVID hit.
Yeah.
And they had to scramble, and in some cases had a hard time getting back home, and were completely shut down for the rest of the year. And so this is a great opportunity for those kids to get back out, and we're going to do it in a safe and responsible manner. But we're going to be singing and dancing and enjoying their talent at Center Stage Theater in Eureka Springs very soon.
Yeah, and now of course you know a lot about the Young Americans because now you had some kids that went through that.
I did. I had two-step kids that were at Rogers High School when the Young Americans came in their outreach tour to high schools back maybe about 2009, 2010. And two of the kids auditioned and joined the group and traveled with them for 4 or 5 years, including doing a tour at the Dinner Theater. And Ariana and Dexter loved every minute of it, and that's where I got inspired by the group.
Yeah.
And so I'm so pleased that they're going to come and be a part of Eureka Springs now.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a big boom for Eureka to have that here. And hey, if you want more information on the Young Americans, you just go to youngamericans.org, and they have a great website. It tells all about it. But you're right, they've been doing this for a long time, and they're very, very. That's a lot of talented kids.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
It is.
But once again, that's going to be taking place at Center Stage. And it's going to start Memorial Day and run through October. And boy, I can't wait for that. I mean,
it should be a really fun experience and an energetic, inspiring. Through dance and one of the ladies, okay, we didn't say this, but one of the ladies that came to town, Linda Love Simmons, I might be getting her name wrong, but anyway, she was on furlough from Disney, having produced many of their shows at many of their theme parks.
Oh wow!
So she joined up with the Young Americans. Along with a couple of other really distinguished producers and directors, to come to Eureka Springs, tour the venue, and create the show based upon the venue and the community. And so this is not, this is not me putting together a show.
Yeah.
This is professional people that's done it successfully in the highest places.
Yeah.
And so I think, my expectations are it's going to be awesome.
Man, and they've created a show just for Eureka.
Yep.
That's cool.
A place called home. I don't know why, I haven't even seen the script. I haven't seen the rehearsals yet. I know what the name is, and I know that it's going to be a broad variety musical and dance show. But I'll see it when they get here.
Yeah. Well, I've had the pleasure of going on their website and seeing some of their videos that they've done.
Yeah.
And they're going to bring some excitement to Eureka Springs.
Yeah.
With a performance like this.
Yeah.
So,
I'm confident of it.
That's great. All right, if you're just tuning in, I'm Lynn Worley. You're listening to the KESA Noon Show, where I'm joined on today's show by Mike Seals from the Greater Eureka Springs Chamber of Commerce, talking about some upcoming Eureka Springs events. Hey, just a reminder, you can also visit eurekasprings.chamber.com for a good place to find out what restaurants and attractions are open. Go to the webpage, eurekasprings.chamber.com. Under tab COVID-19 resources, just click on restaurants or attractions. And Mike, your thoughts on the 2021 season? What do you think?
I think, brace yourself. Buckle up.
Buckle up.
Okay, I'm thinking of Silver Dollar City and one of those rides.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah, Fast and Furious. The reality is that it just keeps building.
Yeah.
People across the country are looking for places to go and things to do. And in these times, they've eliminated a lot of options, and they've chosen the Ozarks, and they've chosen Eureka Springs, to be a place to go. And so I think tourism, you just keep seeing more and more people showing up to town, and I don't think that's going to change. I think it's just going to grow. And at the Chamber, we're getting more and more relocations to the area, with people coming from states all over, from coast to coast, wanting to get away from wherever they are for whatever reason and come to the Ozark Mountains. I know that that's the same in the Northwest Arkansas corridor and also other places in the Ozarks. So I think for us, growth is coming, whether we want it or not. and we want it. We just want to maintain our uniqueness and our identity in the process.
Yeah.
And I think we have the mechanisms and the people and the councils and the organizations in place to be able to do that. So buckle up, brace yourself. Growth is here, and it's going to continue.
Yeah. Well, now, what's the status right now as far as the COVID-19? I know that we've got events and stuff that we're really not doing anything right now.
Yeah. The mayor of Eureka Springs is not allowing parades and festivals and those types of things, and that's going to continue, I believe, into June probably.
Yeah.
And so, there is that balance. We want to continue to be safe, but at the same time, I think the last thing that I had read, was those that wanted to get the vaccinations. They were plentifully available in the Eureka Springs area and Carroll County and even around Northwest Arkansas in the state. And so that's good for those that are getting vaccinated. Many of my friends have gone through that, and so we're going to continue to, try to be safe for our community and for our tourists. And hopefully we're at the tail end of this deal.
Yeah. So, and they're keeping you really busy. I know you're going in and out all the time.
Yeah, just, trying to help and serve wherever I can with the chamber, and then, doing some other business stuff in town with some real estate and business brokerage, and also trying to do economic development. I got a couple of really cool things happening that I can't talk about right now. In addition to the young Americans, some cool things happening from an economic development perspective that might enhance tourism, but also help diversify our economy some.
Sure.
So that's always been kind of a passion for me. That's what when I started serving initially as a volunteer with the chamber on the board, I was economic development lead, and that's something that I'm passionate about. So I'll definitely continue to do that.
Yeah. Well, that's great. You guys are doing a great job up there. I know you're keeping Devin working, 24/7?
Yeah. He's he's never ending, whether it's at the office or whether it's at the house or whatever. He works. He carries a big load, and he works real hard, and we appreciate his contribution. Sure do.
Yeah, he does a great job up there. And of course, you guys a little bit different from this time last year.
Yeah, very different. Wow.
A lot different.
Wow. And thankful. You know what? I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. Because the reality is, we didn't know.
Boy, no kidding.
We didn't know how it was going to play out. And there were a lot of people, there were a lot of businesses that were wondering, are we going to lose everything?
Sure.
Are people not going to, it's dead. Are they going to come back?
Yeah.
And so thankfully, we know the answer to that now.
Yeah, we do.
And the answer is good news.
Yeah. Does it seem like it's been a year?
It's hard to believe.
I know it.
But it has been. Yeah,
Wow.
Definitely over a year.
Yeah,
over a year now.
Hopefully we've gone away from the nightmare and we're back into sweet dreams.
Yeah.
So I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But I think you're right. I think last year, we can sit here and talk about all the bad stuff that happened and stuff like that. But there was some good stuff that did come out of this, because there were more people that came to Eureka that probably never been here before.
Yeah.
And now they're coming back again.
Yeah. So the thing that comes to my mind is blessing in disguise.
There you go. That's
Not a blessing to all of the people that suffered and hurt. I actually think I had COVID twice in February of 2020 before news broke. I didn't know what it was. It was a really bad flu. The second time was, for me, worse than the first time.
Yeah.
And we've lost some people, and that's sad, and so I don't want to discount that at all, for the pain and the hurt and the loss that people have experienced. But I also want to be thankful for the blessings that we have, and for the future that we have, and for the fact that our area and community is vibrant and is going to continue to be going forward.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of stuff going on here in Eureka. The biggest thing, young Americans, man, I'll tell you what, I remember we were sitting here talking to those folks in October,
Yeah.
And I just remember saying that once they tour this area and look what we have, they're going to find you're not going to find another place like this.
That's right. Even, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but in recent conversations we've been talking about the possibility or the idea of a satellite campus for the Young Americans organization in Eureka Springs. And that's nothing firm, it's just being talked about. But wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, that would.
Combine that with the opera in the Ozarks, and what's happening out there west of town, and all of the arts and entertainment and activities that are happening within our very eclectic, artsy community.
Yeah.
What a great addition that would be. So my hope is that this first season solidifies their presence here, and I know a number of their board members are going to be here for that opening weekend, Memorial Day weekend. And so I'm hopeful that it ends up like this is going to be a long relationship that might not be limited just to a performance season, but might grow beyond that for the Young Americans.
Well, they couldn't pick a better place for it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And hey, I appreciate you going out and seeing the vision on that, saying that this would be a perfect place for them.
Yeah, well, it was just something that I kind of had on my heart for a while, and actually 2020 kind of opened up the door for it. Yeah,
it really did.
Yeah.
So there, like I said, some good things come out of there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, but hey, once again this weekend, don't forget to get out to the yards and yards of yard sales going on Thursday through Saturday. And is there a time on that, or do they have just various times?
Various times. Okay. I mean, you know how yard sales are.
Yeah,
some people park out front at 5 a.m. in the morning, waiting for, the great reveal. And so I'm not sure the official times, but I think it definitely starts at either 7 or 8, but you know how it's not something you can control.
Yeah, that's true. And then you can go to EurekaSpringsChamber.com under events to click on the interactive yard sale location, find out where all the great sales are going to be, or you can call the chamber at 479-253-8737. Stroll and Shop Eureka Springs also going on this weekend from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. and the Arkansas State Chili Championship in Holiday Island going on Saturday from 10 to 4, but the tasting now is from 12:30 to 4, and I'll be out there. And
I am definitely going to try to make it to that. I want to try that chili.
I tell you what, I think there's like 30 vendors out there, I believe. So
well,
by the time you get through tasting all of them, man, forget about breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, really.
Pretty much. So, but hey, for more upcoming events in Eureka Springs, you can contact the Eureka Springs Chamber of Commerce. Call 479-253-8737 or toll free at 1-800-638-7352, or you can always visit EurekaSpringsChamber.com. But a lot of stuff, and we're just getting into it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's busy now, what's going to happen come Memorial Day weekend through the end of October? It's exciting times. And the businesses, most of the businesses in town are reporting strong numbers and strong results.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy for them, and they're doing a great job.
Yeah, they definitely are.
We got some amazing business owners.
Yep.
Who are creative, and they've adjusted based upon what's happened, and they've recreated themselves in ways that they needed to based upon the last year. And they survived, and now they're thriving. And so, applauds to the individual private owners of businesses who are doing great things in our community.
That is exactly right. And, of course, like we said, a lot of things going on in Eureka, and this is just the start of it. Yep. Don't let that snow deter you out there today.
No, this is a 1 or 2 day blip, okay? And then it's gone. You'll be able to take your plants back out.
Yep.
For those who are having to bring them in tonight. You'll be able to take them back out and leave them out, by the time this is done.
That's exactly right. But
I hope, anyway.
Yeah. Well, Mike, we certainly appreciate you coming out today and taking time out.
Thank you, Lynn.
We always like to see you and look forward to having you on again next month.
Okay. Well, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate it.
All righty. That's going to do it for our Tuesday noon show here on KESA. Of course, I want to thank Mike Seals from the Eureka Springs Chamber of Commerce for joining me. And tune in tomorrow for another KESA noon show where Cheryl King from Turpentine Creek will join me. But once again, that's tomorrow on the KESA Noon Show. But for Mike Seals, I'm Lynn Worley. Thanks for listening to KESA 100.9 Eureka Springs, Holiday Island.